Notice the winds. This is why I wanted to start with this to show you. We've got winds out of the south and southwest, fairly breezy, 10 to 16 miles an hour right now. Now we've got a cold front that's actually going to come through this afternoon. It's got no rain with it, no moisture, but it's going to drop the temperatures a little bit. And it's going to change the wind direction along the lakeshore, which means the lake breeze is going to be in full effect. And I'll show you the map of temperatures late this afternoon here in a moment to show you, depending on from Cleveland to Akron, there's going to be about a 20-degree temperature difference in some spots. So we'll get to the 60s and then we'll see some changes late this afternoon. Looking ahead, we're going to be cooler near Lake Erie the next couple of days, cooler in the 50s the next couple of days too. Still warmer for this time of year, but then we're talking 70s before we track some storm chances into the weekend. Across the board, we do still have some 40s out there right now. 40s in Norwalk, just shy of 50, 48 in Worcester, 47 in Canton, low 40s in New Philly. But hour by hour, look through the afternoon in the Cleveland area here today. Now with this front, we'll get a couple of clouds coming in too, but look at the difference between 1 and 3 o'clock. You can see the winds go from a west to a northwest wind, and that's why we're going to see or feel that change, I should say, by the later hours of the day. It's going to be trending much colder. Here's the lake breeze. This is 4 o'clock this afternoon. Notice we're in the 40s downtown, pushing near 70 in Dover, New Philly. We're getting to that time of the year where this is something we're going to see quite frequently, especially as we head into the start of spring here, where it's much cooler along the lakeshore in the afternoons and temperatures are much warmer the farther inland you go. So most of us will be around 60, but then this afternoon we'll see those changes with that lake breeze kicking in. Coming up, though, I mentioned we've got some storm chances this weekend. Your first alert to how that'll impact your weekend plans coming up. April, there'll be times where we're like 80 degrees at Cleveland Hopkins and in the upper 30s near 40 downtown Cleveland. So we're starting to get into that trend. So we're going to be trending cooler this afternoon. We're real warm, though, heading into the end of the work week. We're talking 70s. Now we have 70s on the board for the weekend, but that's going to come with some thunderstorm chances. So heat and humidity, that'll help create the possibility for instability and maybe a couple of strong rumblers, something we'll be watching, the team will be watching very closely here, especially as we head into the second half of the week. Right now, keeping a real close eye on the wind speed and direction. Why is the wind direction important? That's how we know the cold front has come through, and that's when we'll start getting that lake breeze. Right now you see the arrows here. They're coming from the south and southwest, so the front hasn't come by yet. It's not too breezy. Some spots, Akron, Canton, at 10 to 15 mile an hour winds, but you see where this line of cloud cover is right now, pushing through Chicago, Detroit, the Great Lakes. That's the front that's going to be dropping on down as we head into the afternoon hours, and that's what's going to bring the cooler temperatures for this afternoon and drop us back into the 50s for the middle part of the week come Wednesday and Thursday. However, 50 is still warmer than normal for this time of year. It's just not as warm as it has been. So if you took the kids out yesterday to the playground or maybe after school they were out playing, just know it's going to be a little cooler than that, especially if you live along the lakeshore. Notice by 1 o'clock, just after lunchtime, recess temps will be warm in the 60s for the kids, but then when they get home from school, we'll be dipping back into the 40s, 50s and even low 50s through 4 o'clock. So hour by hour, I want to show you the lake breeze here. There's the cloud cover in the front coming through this afternoon that's going to drop the temperatures. Here's what I was talking about. Look at this afternoon at 4 o'clock. 47 in Menor, 67 Dover. Huge difference because of that lake breeze. But overall, we'll get a little bit of cloud cover moving in, but it's not going to be too cloudy. More clouds start to move in through the overnight hours. That's when we'll have more clouds than sun around as we head through the day come tomorrow. Wake up temperatures are going to be colder than they were this morning, too. We were in the 40s and 50s this morning. We're in the 30s. So we're not done. A couple people have asked me, hey, when will be the last, frost of the season overnight? When will we stop seeing freezing temperatures? Got a little ways to go before we can plant some of those flowers and things like that for the springtime. Okay, so look at here as we head through the next couple of days. Again, we'll hit 60 today. Temperatures will drop 50s middle part of the week, and then weekend we'll be watching for storms brewing. Again, we're 70s Friday, near 70s Saturday. St. Patrick's Day, cooling back off though into the 30s on that Monday. We'll take an update too. I'll show you what it's looking like over on the east side with that crash coming up here in the next 10 minutes.